Their stories deserve to be told, just not like this. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst made-for-TV celebrity biopics. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the absolute worst made-for-TV movies detailing the lives of celebrities. Number 10. Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is undoubtedly one of the most influential musicians in rock history. However, this TV movie did the legend no favors. While the acting is actually quite solid, the movie looks incredibly cheap, and it glosses over many important aspects of Hendrix's personal life and groundbreaking career. For example, his famous Woodstock performance is over in a matter of 2 minutes, and even then, it's interspersed with historic footage from the 60s and 70s. You know, just to drive home the thematic message and historical relevance, in case you missed it. We suppose it's okay for casual viewers, but it's likely to disappoint Hendrix fans and upset music historians. Number 9. Too Legit, the MC Hammer story.
Give it up for the new man of the house, MC Hammer!
Terrible title aside, was anyone really asking for an MC Hammer biopic? The movie stars a then unknown Romany Malco, but even his welcome presence isn't enough to save this tepid piece of work. The cheap costumes and wigs are bad even by made-for-TV standards. Aside from the cheap production, the movie also contains an awful script that presents wild inaccuracies, glosses over big moments, and simply cuts others, leading to a convoluted mess of a life story. If you really want to learn about Hammer's life, just read his Wikipedia page, or watch his Behind the Music episode.
Capitol Records made Hammer an offer he couldn't refuse. A multi-million-dollar deal which included a $750,000 signing bonus. And that was just the beginning.
Number 8. Anna Nicole. Anna Nicole chronicled the life of iconic Playboy playmate Anna Nicole Smith, who faced widespread scrutiny in the early 90s when she was accused of marrying elderly billionaire J. Howard Marshall for his money. Upon his death, she became involved in a legal battle that went to the Supreme Court. It's a story with a lot of ambiguity and depth, but Anna Nicole does not mind it.
Anna just wants to honor J. Howard's wishes, okay? He promised her 20 times that he'd take care of her and Daniel. Now, excuse us.
The rapid 90-minute runtime ensures that the movie never goes deep enough into Anna Nicole's life or psychology. Add some goofy narration and the abysmal choice to have Anna see different versions of herself throughout the movie, and you have a biopic with a lot of wasted potential.
Lately, I've been thinking, maybe the best mothering I'm capable of is just letting Anna Nicole fly straight into the damn flame.
Number 7. Madonna, Innocence Lost.
What's your name?
Madonna.
What about the last name?
Just Madonna. That's it.
Madonna is one of the most popular and controversial pop artists of all time, and her rise to fame lends plenty of thematic and dramatic material for a movie. Unfortunately, Fox's Madonna, Innocence Lost was based on an unauthorized biography written by Christopher Anderson, and it shows.
I quit.
The movie reeks of tabloid nonsense. It's apparently more interested in creating repellent characters and moral drama than in presenting a relatable and grounded story. The movie also takes Madonna's no-nonsense strong personality and turns it into a stubborn, bitter, and wholly unlikable character.
You start Monday morning as a maid.
A what?
She's presented as less strong feminist icon and more unpleasant spoiled child.
I take what I need and I move on. And if people can't move with me, well then I'm sorry.
How can you be so cold? What the hell is wrong with you?
Number 6. The Brittany Murphy Story. What happened to Brittany Murphy is tragic, and this movie treated its subject with as little respect or decency as possible. For one thing, Amanda Fuller looked and acted nothing like Britney. And while we understand the problems with casting actors as real people, this was just egregiously bad casting. It also primarily focuses on her tragic and mysterious death rather than her life, treating the movie more like a mystery thriller than a respectful biopic. It's also far too melodramatic for its own good, like when Britney's mother chastises her for taking antidepressants, or the absurd death scene that's ridiculously overacted and cliché. It's less a biopic and more an exploitative hatchet job.
What killed Britney? You did. You all killed her.
Number 5. Liz and Dick.
What now? It's time to go to work.
What a hot mess Liz and Dick is. This This Lifetime movie chronicles the tumultuous relationship between Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Only Elizabeth Taylor is played by a comeback-dependent Lindsay Lohan.
Are you staring at my chest?
Why not? It's the very heart of you. It's everything you promise, love, sex, and nurture. And I'm gonna pretend that it's all mine.
Sadly, it wasn't quite the award-showering return to form she was likely hoping for. Critics pointed out how boring, unsexy, and emotionless she is throughout.
I won't live without you.
Elizabeth!
Others criticized the script and direction, declaring that it somehow managed to make a headline-grabbing relationship tedious to observe, mostly due to the complete lack of chemistry between Lohan and Grant Bowler.
Don't talk like that. You know I can't turn my back on my responsibilities.
That's why I'm removing myself.
In the end, it did far more harm than good for Lohan's career.
I could feel that he really loved me. He just loved me.
Number 4, Whitney. Lifetime's Whitney was actually directed quite competently by Angela Bassett and starred a great Yaya DaCosta in the titular role.
You are the greatest voice of your generation.
Time to be Whitney Houston.
Unfortunately, that's all that can be said about this mess. The movie's script is shallow and meaningless, and it was criticized for being woefully inaccurate and misleading, especially regarding the characterizations of Whitney and Bobby. Also, it's fine to cast an actor who can't sing the parts. This is Whitney Houston we're talking about, but why have that actor lip-sync to performances by an entirely different singer? This movie could have been so much more with a tighter script and the right music.
Baby, you wanted 10.
Number 3, Man in the Mirror, the Michael Jackson story. This ridiculous movie does a great disservice to one of the greatest pop musicians of all time.
I sing for them and they cheer for me. It's about love.
I guess sometimes love hurts.
Flex Alexander, and the rest of the cast for that matter, feels woefully miscast. He doesn't look a thing like Michael. His makeup is high school production level cheap, and he can't dance, which is, a major aspect of Jackson's character. The movie also portrays Michael as some sort of simple, naive man-child, not a savvy businessman and progenitor of modern pop music.
I can't talk about things like that.
Why not?
What am I gonna do?
It's gonna be okay. You need to not worry about things.
Toss in some overly obvious theme-screaming dialogue and a total lack of Michael's famous music, and you have yourself one terrible movie.
Check out the tent we made.
Yeah.
Number 2, Britney Ever After.
Oh, hey, you're the girl from that schoolgirl video.
Yes, sir.
Catchy song.
Oh look, another misfire courtesy of Lifetime. Britney Ever After is yet another movie about a musician that doesn't contain a single piece of original music, or actors who look even remotely like their real-life counterparts.
But I'm still looking for that person, you know? Someone who's gonna love me because I'm Britney Jean, not because I'm Britney Spears.
Not only does Natasha Bassett look very little like Britney, but she also portrays her like she's in a Saturday Night Live skit, exaggerating her speech and mannerisms to an almost satiric degree. The script was also a total mess that rushed through important career and life moments, and presented numerous inaccuracies that Britney's fans could not forgive.
Did she just wipe her hand on that gown?
Who is that? Is that me?
It's just another cheaply made and researched biopic that does a great disservice to a troubled but beloved celebrity.
Brittany! Brittany! Hey, you look so hot today!
I know!
Is it hard being so hot? How do you doing, baby? How do you doing?
I'm Brittany!
There you go, baby!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Lads, say hello to Yoko.
Hi.
All right.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss June Carter.
Twine with my mingles and waving black hair.
I survived worse than dance lessons, John.
Hey, Eileen.
Say at rehearsals.
Number 1, Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B. matter how bad the previously mentioned Lifetime movies may have been, they pale in comparison to Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B.
It's perfect. It's perfect, babe.
The movie was attacked on all angles by critics and fans alike. It actually trended on social media on the night of its airing, and not in a good way. Nearly every aspect of the film was panned, including the severe miscasting of various characters, the lack of music, and the wild inaccuracies, particularly the over-romanticized depiction of Aaliyah and R. Kelly's controversial relationship.
There you go.
You like?
I do.
Hey, Aaliyah. We're ready for you. You all set?
It was a gross mistreatment of the artist's legacy, and it pissed a lot of people off. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.